UID 16. That kind of sounds like a music festival. Whatever. Here, this is the one that we talk about the games and the stuff. Wrestling a lot too.
Yeah.
But we're not going to do that. Randy Fluharty here. And Nathan's with me, Nathan Hughes.
Okay.
Master of Hughes News.
Oh, yeah.
And no one else. That's going to be... Wait a minute. I'm getting a message. The letter L, what does that have to do with anything?
Along the horizon, I see something glinting. What is that?
L. The letter L. I don't understand what you're...
Read it backwards. It might make more sense then.
Oh,
L.
Palindrome.
What is that?
It's me running in slow motion across a field.
L. Noonan.
It's me.
Hands outstretched, touching all the daisies.
Crap. We all thought you died.
I know.
We were pretty happy about it.
Almost a palindrome, actually.
Oh.
Nanoon.
Yeah, exactly.
Nanoon sounds funnier.
Nanoon.
More community. Nanoon.
Nanoon L. Nanoon L.
Yes.
That sounds like a really bad Star Wars name or something.
Excuse you. That's hurtful in my...
Your name backwards is a bad Star Wars name. I'm sorry.
It's an Irish name, so I take offense, and I take offense on Nathan's part.
What's my name backwards?
Jesus. Has Hulf in it.
Yeah, Hulf.
Like the fla Hulf.
But it's also... I don't even know how... Etra Hulf.
It sounds like you're trying to, like, summon a Lovecraftian horror when you say your name.
Etra Hulf.
Hi, and welcome to the Palindrome Cast, where we talk about all our favorite palindromes.
Yeah, now we're trying to do Hughes.
Segue. Sounds a bit like Segway. A little bit. If you put a French pronunciation.
Oh, my favorite thing in the world is the CEO of Segway drove off a cliff in a Segway and died.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I'm okay that this man died for that comic effect. Like it was an acceptable loss.
Oh god.
All right. Okay, so I'm just going to tell you up front, I haven't played anything, so it's going to be interesting. Nathan, we always start with you, so let's start with Elle, because she hasn't been here in about 10 years.
Oh,
that's
double cross.
me. I've made my dashing return. Anyway, I have played games.
Get out of town.
I know. It's funny, because it's like a whole switch, because Randy used to play games, like, all the time, and it was always me that was like, what did I play?
I'm busy.
I don't know.
I don't know what to tell you.
Now it's like me who's like, oh, I played something.
I actually did play one thing now that I think about it. I forgot about it. And I just played it yesterday, but I might not talk about it. We'll see.
Oh, okay. Well, I played Inquisition a lot. And then I got bored.
I don't like it. Yeah.
I'm
there you go.
Sad that happened. I was expecting
that game is boring.
Like I'm
super boring.
I'm really far in it, and yet it feels like I have not even gotten that far. And
I've played 8 hours, and I'm like, when does the good happen?
Yeah, that's how I feel. I'm like, I don't want to.
Everyone's sitting there losing their minds about it, like it's so good, and I'm like, wait, where? Tell me where, and I'll go to that spot.
It's like,
this is breaking my heart.
It's so bad.
I was preparing.
I am
to play
so
Inquisition.
freaking bored. The combat is trash. If you hated Dragon Age Originals combat, you're gonna freaking lose it because it is so bad. They basically they kind of tried to do this weird mishmash of, like, I can't even explain it. It's not an action game, not quite. But it's also barely tactical. You can pause it and pull it up to tactical view, but you can't really control it as well as you can with the other one. So it's super weird.
Yeah, I never
There's
used
the one thing the one thing I like about it is that you can do it in tactical mode and then move forward a little bit slowly, which is something I think the original Dragon Age would have benefited from. But yeah, Elle, tell me your experiences about Dragon Age Inquisition, other than it being boring.
Okay.
Do you have any other opinions on it?
Yes, I have some. Okay.
Story-wise, I couldn't tell you really anything about it because there's so much freaking nonsense in that game that I don't think I've gotten to the story.
It's kind of all over the place, in my opinion. Like, and I mean, this is coming from like a hardcore Dragon Age lover and apologist.
And
but,
a defender.
Yeah, so I wanted so much to like it, like
I pre-ordered this game.
Much. Yeah. And
that's
like
big.
I really was like, this is gonna be so good, and I'm finally gonna get to fuck Colin. I've wanted to do this since it came out, and now it's just like, I'm playing it and I'm just realizing, like, I don't care about any of you. Like, all my characters that I fight with, like, one of them will die, and I'll be like, okay. Like,
yes. We need to talk about that, because that is the biggest freaking ball pucker in the world, where there is no healing spells in the game. There's no healers. Oh my god,
I know. Yeah.
So the game relies on potions, and once you run out of potions, you have to go back to camp to refill those potions. Mm-hmm. And that is the only way to heal yourself. You can only heal yourself by using potions.
Yep. And you can only carry 8
That freaking sucks. Yeah, you can only carry like 8 for the whole party, not just for one person. Members. Oh my god. And then it's not even like a penalty. It's like, well, I guess I gotta go back and get potions, and everything's gonna respawn, and I have to do this all over again.
Oh yeah.
It sucks.
Can I just tell you a story about that?
Go ahead.
It sticks out clearly in my mind. Okay.
Please.
So, when you're in, I don't even remember. This game is slipping out of my mind. I don't even remember where it was. But, like, in the forest, like, the first level before you go to, like, the cliffs near the sea where you get Iron Bull or whatever. It's
I don't remember what it's called.
Yeah, it's like the Stormy Coast. It's like the first one where you're, like, getting the bulk of your first missions, like, hub-based mission. And I can't get into the open world thing when it's that, like, linear and weird.
There's nothing in it.
Yeah, it's just so much walking and, like, trying to climb up cliffs, like, it's like I'm in Skyrim, and then you can't, and you're like, never mind, it's not at all like this.
I just complained last week about how I'm sick of Assassin's Creed Towers. I would kill for Assassin's Creed Towers in Dragon Age, because there's nothing else.
Yeah.
Just give me something. It's so boring. It's just like, there's plants. And then there's the stupid thing where you have to ping the map, and which I didn't talk about last week. Dying Light does it as well, and I hate it. I hate it. If whoever's starting this trend needs to stop. I need to find him. I need to murder him now.
And it's like, okay, so you know how you have to, like, expand the map by finding new camps?
Yep.
There's, like, this one...
Which is basically a tower.
Yeah, there's, like, this one in the middle of, like, this enclave, like, on a little, like, hill, basically.
The Storm Coast thing?
No, in the, like, the forest.
Oh, the forest. Yeah, I didn't get that one yet.
Yeah, so, like, I mean, it's not, like, a spoiler or anything. It's just, like, the terrible AI. So, like, you can't stealth. There's no stealth. The second an enemy appears on the map, they can automatically see you and chase you forever. So, like... It's like, okay, so I'm trying to avoid people by, like, climbing up mountains, like, glitching up to the top of a mountain, and then trying to, like, walk as far away from them as possible so that I can land somewhere.
Or are you trying to get all of the camps before you move on? Is that...
No, I wanted to get enough points to continue the story without having to play stupid, more asinine quests. I just wanted to, like, pick between, like, the next chapter.
Oh, you mean power?
Yeah, exactly. I was, like, tired of doing, like, will you find my sister some bread?
God, just everything's so
funny. It's like, no, boring. I don't care about this.
And if there's, like, that is the biggest offender that the game does. It's just super boring. Super boring.
It's really
You're
boring.
walking around. There's nothing going on. The stuff that you do have to do is just super stupid, like fetch quests. There's nothing major. I'm kind of sick of open world as it is, because, like, everything's going open world as if that's a compliment. I'm like, no, now your stuff's going to be janky, and there's going to be less stuff in it because it's too open.
Yeah.
I kind of like the linear... Like, Dragon Age 1, to me, I liked a lot, because it's kind of just get to an area and explore that area and then move on to the next area. And this is kind of like that, because it's just that the areas are way bigger.
Yeah.
To a fault.
And it's like, it becomes tedious having to do everything on the map, instead of it being like, oh, this is fun, like, I get to, experience the story as it has been crafted for me. It's like, oh, I gotta fucking find the oculus.
Yeah, no.
What the fuck are these? Like, I don't care what this is. Like, I'm looking into a skull to find shards, I don't fucking care. Like, why?
And it's not even like, do the story and progress, it's... go here and do enough boring side quests so you can move on. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
You're forcing us to do this boring stuff. It's awful.
Oh, but anyway, so, like, I'm, like, running away and, like, climbing up mountains trying to get away from the, enemies that are running around because I have, no potions left. And I'm like, I did not come halfway across the map to not get this little fucking thing. There's no way. I don't want to have to go all the way back across the map and then repeat the same process of being attacked and having to use my potions again. There's just no point, So
I'm sitting here rolling my eyes. I know no one can hear that, but man, I'm so annoyed by this game.
Yeah, and then, so I'm, like, trying to sneak around, doing the glitch mountain, whatever, because I have no potions. And it's me and Blackwall and Iron Bull and Sarah, because I was a mage, and I was like, okay, 2 tanks and a rogue. Fine, perfect. So, I'm going down, and I see the camp, the little thing, and I'm running up to it, and I'm like, yes, finally. And then, like, there's no enemies on the board. And then, of course, from behind me, I hear everybody pull out their swords, and there's a fucking bear, and the bear just kills everyone, except for, like, me. Well, it kills me, and then I switch to Iron Bull, and it then kills Iron Bull, and I switch to Sarah, and it kills Sarah. I switch to Black Bull, and just run. Just run, because I know, like, I can't kill it, and if I can run around the map, circle back, wake someone else up, like... Because you don't need a potion to, like, revive people, which is weird. But if you also get far enough away, they'll, like, automatically get up and follow you. So it's like, and sometimes they'll just glitch their dead bodies along with you as you run. So it just became, like, an endless cycle of me trying to outrun the bear to such a point that I could actually, like, initiate the camp to open up for me. Because if enemies are, like, nearby, even if they don't see you, the thing won't open, and it's total bullshit, and I hate it. And I just was like, this is where I was like, I need to stop. Like, this is a sign.
I guess I get what they're trying to do with the potion thing. Like, they're trying to spice up the mage use, or just, well, in the other games, you basically were required to have a mage, because a healing mage specifically, because you needed to heal. So that kind of gives your party a limited amount of options. But with this, they're like, oh, do whatever you want, because everybody can heal. Like, well, but not really. You kind of just made it harder. Yeah. In a bad way. Like, not even a fun sort of, oh, this is a challenge. No, this is just, now I just have to run back. It's stupid.
Yeah.
So Nathan, how excited are you to play Dragon Age Inquisition?
I mean,
maybe just stop at Dragon Age 1.
Yeah, maybe that's probably for the best.
They don't seem to know what they're doing with this
Just listen to the party banter from the other games, and then you'll be fine. Because those are worth it, but they're not worth playing the game.
Get Awakening. The expansion for Dragon Age 1 is pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think you said that to me before you recommended it. But yeah,
don't touch the series.
Just
leave it alone.
Yeah, okay. I think you know enough about Dragon Age to be like, do you know what? I actually know what I'm talking about. I just don't. It's not worth it.
I don't know. If you can try it, you can try 2.
Yeah, maybe.
I might say I enjoyed 2 more than Inquisition so far, and that's saying something. I really did not like Dragon Age 2.
I feel like a war veteran, like Nathan, you're like my grandson, and I'm touching your face, and I'm in a wheelchair like, Nathan, such fire! Don't let that Dragon Age fire go out! Keep your love for the series! And you're
But it's bad. It's a bad series with one good game. Official.
There you go. It's a box quote right there. I mean,
there you go.
Probably not their box quote.
Put that on the first Dragon Age box. This game's good. The other ones suck.
Can I just
I don't know what they did.
No,
you cannot defend Dragon Age 2.
No, I'm not going to. I was going to say, I played, like, tens of hours, maybe, like, upwards of 10, of Inquisition, and was, like, totally bored, and, like, alright, why am I even doing this? I'm not getting any feedback at all, like, because you beat, like, 1,000 million missions, and then you go back to camp, and you try to initiate something with someone, and they're just like, nice mission. Anyway... what did you want to talk about? And there's no option, so there's just goodbye as an option. And I'm like, this is the worst. But, I will say, I played, like, the only 2 hours, the standard playtime of Telltale's Game of Thrones, and it was, like, 8 billion times better, and now I'm happy again, and that is amazing.
So why, that thing's getting a mixed response.
Really?
And I'm not sure why. I haven't played it myself because when the game came out, I was behind. So I wasn't able to. We were talking about this. I'm plucking away at the books. I'm still behind on the books, and I don't want to watch or consume any other Game of Thrones media until I finish the books.
Oh.
So
I think the Telltale one does have a few spoilers. So
it has spoilers for season 3.
Literally, the first scene is a spoiler. I know because the second I started the game, I realized what scene it was about to be. And it was me and Yes, and we were like, about to play it, and then I saw it was like the end of season 3, and I was like, nope, turn it off. We are like 3 episodes away from this. We need to stop right now.
Wait, so you knew what scene it was before you got to the end of season 3?
Well, I mean, the name of the scene is infamous,
That's true.
Like, you probably already know what I'm talking about.
I knew.
But,
Yes,
like,
I knew what the name of the scene was.
Yeah, as soon as
before
I saw
got
it,
there.
I was like, "Oh shit!" Like, I can't. I have to turn it off because
I guess the good thing.
what was going to happen.
I guess the good thing about it, in the books at least, there are 8,000 weddings. So every time a wedding came up, I'm like, "Oh man, is this the one?"
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I think there's
but
only 2 in the shows that are really important.
Yeah,
That they focus on.
there are a lot of minor ones though, and God knows that anything bad could happen in a minor one. Like the Red Wedding kind of itself was on paper not that big of a deal. It's the people that were. I'm not going to say. I'm going to stop. I'm going to be careful, just in case.
Yeah,
but
just in case.
Game of Thrones
everyone
Telltale.
knows the Red Wedding is the first scene of the Telltale game. So unless you are past season 3, like, it's kind of unforgiving to people who don't want to be spoiled.
Yeah, talk around it.
Oh yeah. Luckily, the game centers around a fictional house. I mean, they're all technically
which is
fictional,
smart.
So, but like,
well, no, it's House Forrester.
Yeah, House Forrester.
They're in the books. I don't know if they're in the show or not because I haven't seen the show.
No,
they're
one made
season
up for
of
the
the
game
show.
apparently.
They're mentioned in the books.
Oh, are they?
Yes.
Oh, well, I mean, they're really only focused on in the. I haven't heard of them in the show.
In the books, they do this long list of like, and I heard tales of House Forrester and Sir Balin the Twitch, and like they just go down the list, and so they could probably just went like, all right, let's go down these list of 8,000 random names that he throws out and develop one of them.
Oh yeah,
they probably went to him and were like, can we do this? They're like, no, I have plans for that one. Well, what about these guys? No, I just made that name up. Go ahead.
Yeah, they're fine. They're in the north. Whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Who cares about them?
So how are you playing the game? Are you playing it as like just take every decision as it comes, or are you being like, okay, I have to be 100% good versus
there is no 100% good in Game of Thrones.
I could go into detail about this forever because I just finished writing the review of this game that I'm going to be filming right after this.
Woo!
So I already know everything. I will tell you briefly what my point of view is on that. And then if you want to know the rest, you can, as I plug myself, you can go watch the review of it. But
no.
It's okay, so you know how in the other Telltale games you play as one character?
Mm-hmm.
In the Telltale Game of Thrones, you play as like a bunch of characters. It has
which
different
makes sense for both the books and the show. Which makes sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the books and the show, that's what they do.
Yeah, so it's cool because in that sense, you don't have to play pure Paragon because depending on which character, you have different things you're reacting to, so you don't have to feel like you're being bipolar if, 1 second you're nice to one person and then 1 second you're mean to somebody else. Like, I had a character that was a Paragon that was, like, lawful good, and then I had, like, a chaotic neutral, and then I had, like, like a true neutral, and then I had a chaotic evil, so it's like you can be all over the place.
Well, the thing that the show is, in the books, I guess just the lore does, is that, like, it doesn't make everyone, with the exception of a few, pure good or pure evil.
Yeah.
Like, everyone is kind of out for themselves in a way, but also has some morals. Like, it's weird. Like, Jaime Lannister is a good example of someone who's just, like, bad, but good, but bad also, but still kind of good. Like, especially later on where, there's depth to these characters. It's not just as simple as, I'm evil,
yeah. Even, like, characters that...
Dick Dastardly in Game of Thrones.
No, I mean, like, even characters that
that's turning into Wario.
You have to, like, acknowledge their lives. Like Cersei, I'm often like, oh, what a bitch. And then, like, the next scene, I'm like, oh, but, like, what would I do if I were you? Like...
But she's a mom.
Her life is so terrible. Like, I'm sorry.
Everyone's life is terrible. This is a bummer of a freaking world.
I mean, she's like a mom. She had to send off one of her kids, and, like, her other kid is a sociopath, and, like, it's just terrible. It's all terrible. And I'm like, man, does anybody have a nice time in this game? Nope.
So where are you on the show?
In the book, no, nobody's having a nice time.
Where are you on the show? In the show?
Oh, I'm, like...
Have you finished season 4 yet?
No, I'm, like, in the first, 4 episodes of season 4.
You should finish season 4. I was talking to my stepbrother about this, and he was saying that most of the stuff that happens in the book happens in the show, so you need to finish season 4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nathan, you need to start watching this.
Yeah. You know me. I'm terrible at this kind of stuff.
Hey, you kind of zoomed through the first season of House of Cards recently.
Yeah, I don't know why. I was just compelled to watch anything with Kevin Spacey in it. Oh, and I know why.
He does have that effect.
He's very, very engaging, I have to admit. I watched Gone Girl, so I was like, oh yeah, I'm in the mood for something.
Is Kevin Spacey in that?
No, it's David Fincher directed Gone Girl, and he directs
the first episode of House.
No, he directs the whole season.
Does he?
Yeah, and I was like, because it's the same kind of style.
That sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah, definitely.
How was it? Gone Girl, I mean.
Oh, yeah, it was really good. I went to see it with my girlfriend, and it was funny because we both had very different reactions towards the end. Because I don't want to give it away because it's very intense film about relationships and the trust. Like, you don't understand what's going on in someone else's head, your partner's head. So, okay, like the film opens with the main guy like stroking his wife's head, and just he looks at her and she looks at the camera. And he's like, oh, I just want to smash your head in and see all the brains inside. And you're like, whoa, he's clearly fucking crazy. But then at the end of the film, your perspective of what he just said, he says it again. It completely changes.
Are you going to spoil this for people?
No, it's not really spoiling. It's the first scene. But, obviously, shit happens in the film that changes your opinion of what you just said. But, yeah, so after I went to see it, it was really awkward because I was like, ooh, this is weird. Because I said to my girlfriend, like, we trust each other and shit. We don't want to kill each other, I'm sure.
Right?
This is my testament, by the way. This is
there are times that I want to kill almost everybody, so it's okay.
Yeah, that's true. Anyways, we went to see it with another couple. Like, I'm pretty sure it was like a first or second date, and it was so funny because they were all cuddled up at the start, and then at the end they were kind of like just loosely holding hands. I was like, oh god.
Just be like, oh yeah.
So yeah, after I saw that, I was like, I want to see something like David Fincher-esque because what's he have? Like Seven, Fight Club, he has a bunch of other movies.
Social Network?
Yeah, Social Network.
You do that? Yeah.
And Zodiac. And I was like, I like those films, but they're all kind of the same, apart from Social Network, obviously. They're kind of...
Zodiac and Seven might as well be the same movie.
Pretty much, yeah.
As well as, I mean, they're different enough, but...
Yeah.
Tonally, they're just...
Yeah, exactly.
Exact same. Social Network is my favorite so far that he's done.
Zodiac is so good, though. Like, it's... Oh my god. Siri doesn't mess. Like, this happened before the show.
Siri, shut up, you stupid
something,
whore.
I said something like Siri must have heard. Because, like, Siri's like, hey, what's up?
Now stop saying her name.
Apparently I did. I don't know.
Siri, you're not welcome here.
Like, don't speak her.
So, yeah, I think when I watched Gone Girl, it was about the time you start playing Advanced Warfare. And you were like, oh, Kevin Spacey's so good. And I was like, you know what? He actually is. And there you go. Just a match made in heaven.
Advanced Warfare is a good game.
It is.
I'll fight anyone who says otherwise.
I've heard bad things about the multiplayer though, so that's where
they're wrong.
That's where I would go for. Because
there you go.
I want my longevity.
I've settled it for you.
Anyways, yeah, I need to get started on Game of Thrones because it needs to happen.
Just start it, because once you start it, you will know pretty soon whether or not it's going to be for you.
That's true. Sure.
Yeah.
So just watch the first 3 minutes.
I'll watch it way later, and I watched all of it immediately.
Yeah.
First episode is very good too of the first season. So, yeah.
I think good.
Me and you had the same problem, Randy. We were like, we don't want to like pay so much attention to. It's usually TV shows. You don't want to pay like an hour attention if it's going to be crap or if it's going to be like, oh, I could be doing something better. We have fear, I think.
I've been trying to fight that recently. The past few weeks, I've been watching like an Oscar or a Best Picture nominee every weekend.
Oh, that's
for the past like 3 or 4 weeks.
Uh-huh.
So I watched Birdman in the theaters by myself, which was an interesting. I will do that more often because that was super relaxing going to a movie theater by myself.
We did say it was a good idea to go.
The best way to pay attention to a movie is to not have anyone with you. Also, it was me and like 3 other people in the theater, so it was just kick back, put my feet up on the seat in front of me, and just like, yeah.
How was it? I actually still haven't seen it.
Birdman?
Yeah.
I enjoyed it a lot. It was fun.
Cool.
I hated the ending.
That's the last movie you saw in theaters?
Yes.
That's good.
I don't go to theaters very often, so.
Yeah, me neither. The last movie
I saw in theaters, $13 for a drink and a popcorn.
What'd you see?
Just $13 for.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know what that is.
It's shite. Sci-fi shite.
Wachowski.
Boy.
They made a movie.
Oh, is that recent? Like real recent? Yeah, okay.
Mila Kunis and Channing
All right,
Tatum.
I'm in. I'm out.
No, it was really bad. Yes, he wanted to see it because he loves them, and he was holding out hope that it would be good. And I was like, "Can't we see something else?" And he was like, "No, let's go see that." And it was like, we almost walked out. It was that bad.
Apart from the Matrix, like the first Matrix, every film they made has just been really, really not good.
Including the second and third Matrix.
Yes.
No, there was no second and third Matrix.
No, there were. I
need to remind me.
I'm sorry to be the bearer of... You knew. Stop denying it.
Nathan, no.
No. The last film I saw was Whiplash.
Just like there was a Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Oh, Jesus Christ, don't you dare. Yeah, the last film I saw was Whiplash. So
yeah,
good. Amazing.
I watched that too.
It's pretty great.
It's really good.
I mean, a lot of people...
I like how I just, a few weeks ago, said that you don't get J.K. Simmons for a big, serious role, and then he's nominated for an Oscar.
His role in that movie was amazing. Like, he was so scary and funny and just terrifying. Like, he was such a presence in the room at all times. But
it's a bit a little over the top, but
I guess that's the point.
But not in a off-putting way, if that makes sense. It didn't seem cartoony.
No, like it
seemed unrealistic. Yeah. Like but obviously there's no person out there that's going to do what he did.
It was like
very clear.
A mix of the drill instructor from Full Metal Jacket, but more grounded. That's what I.
And J. Jonah Jameson, is that what you're...
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. Just the way he hurls insults at people. It's just like it's pretty.
Yeah, the first scene when he walks in on the kid playing, and like there's just so much tension there, just with him standing. Like he's not even yelling or anything; he's just standing there, and it's super tense.
Pretty great.
It's a good movie.
Yeah,
the ending was good. The ending was really good.
Yeah, actually, very good ending. But people I saw the movie with, they said they didn't enjoy it because there was no real story. But
sure, there was.
It was. Yeah, I mean, there was, but it wasn't like what they thought.
It's not like romance with it's a realist story.
I think it would be best described as like a snippet, as if like someone telling you a story about a time in their life. Like, I had this one instructor one time. This is what happened. You know,
this is the creative writing major in me, but it's literature versus genre fiction.
Right.
It's not fantasy. It's not sci-fi. It's not action. It's a story. It's a literature story. Like you could see this story being written in like a short story compilation. You know what I mean? Like it's. Like in the New Yorker, you can see it published there. I don't know. Maybe, I think it is actually based on a book, but whatever. Yeah, we kind of got way off topic. You want to keep talking about the Oscar nominees?
No.
What else have you been playing? How many have you been playing left?
I played.
Let me say that in a better way, because I can't allow that grammar to
fail English.
How many games are left that you have played?
Well, I played the first two episodes of Telltale, and I played this one game, which is an iPhone game called Mola Mola, which is hilarious.
What is it?
It's weird. My friend Dylan showed it to me. It's basically just you're a sunfish, and you have to like get as big as possible, but you die in all these really stupid ways, like water impact and like being scared of turtles and stuff. It's like instant death. Sometimes Mola Mola will see sea turtles and be afraid that they will smash into their shells and then have heart attacks and die.
Is it free and or cheap?
I don't remember actually. I believe
because it sounds like
free.
something that you have to see.
I can't remember the last time I paid for an app game. Like
I've never once in my life.
I don't think I have actually. Wait, actually, I think I bought Jellycar 2 because I like Jellycar. So there you go. 99-cent Will Smith.
I don't think I've ever spent money on a phone game ever. I downloaded free like trials of games occasionally, but then it was like, man, this is a phone game. They're just not my thing. I don't like them. Even the ones that are supposed to be really good, like threes. Like everyone's losing their minds over threes. I'm like, I get it. It's just not my thing.
It's something to do, but if you're someone like me,
it's something to do, but I can find something to do other than play crappy games. I could read a book. I can listen to a podcast. I don't want to waste my something to do time on a crappier version of a thing that I could be playing on a better thing.
Exactly. I was just going to say, like, people usually play these games when they're like traveling or commuting, but
you can also read or listen to stuff.
Yeah, that's what I do. Like, I read or listen to music. Mainly listen to music or podcasts, but yeah. Or do people just play, I don't know,
Or
Flappy
people
Bird
like
shit?
crappy phone. I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
if they
I
like
mean,
it, whatever. But
I think
it's not my thing.
basically equated to like Cookie Clicker, just in the way that like it's a time sink. Because like my friend Dylan, I'll go on Twitter and I'll just every like 20 minutes see an update that's like instant death, swallowed a seashell, like choked on a seashell, hit the water impact, you know, like afraid of sea turtles, and I'm like, this is what you do. Okay.
I was watching The Walking Dead season 3 while playing Cookie Clicker because I hated Walking Dead season 3 so much, but I needed something that wasn't going to, like, I needed to know. I needed to pay attention enough to know whether or not I was going to hate it.
Oh yeah.
So I was playing Cookie Clicker while Walking Dead season 3, and I'm like, wow, I hate this. So I
That
enjoyed
moment,
Cookie Clicker
I hate
more.
myself. Wow, this is bad.
Like, I got to the point where I had Cookie Clicker going, and you get cookies automatically after a while. I was like, I'm just going to leave this open and go to Sonic. And that's what I did. And then I came back and like, oh, Walking Dead's still here.
It didn't go away.
It still sucks.
Me and my girlfriend always bring up that, like, she notices more than me, but she always says, like, it's amazing how they still manage to find time to curl their hair in the zombie apocalypse.
And shade.
Like,
yeah, they all
they
look
look
great.
immaculate.
Yeah.
Bit of
Except the Asian kid. He's got some rough hair going on. That's bad.
Glenn.
Everybody still shaves their armpits and stuff.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah, I'm not sure how or why that. I mean, I guess it's tactically beneficial.
Yeah. If we're being realistic,
Wouldn't everyone being bald be the best move?
probably. I'm sure.
Like when Shane in the first season shaved his head, I'm like, yeah. Shane was awesome. He was the only guy that made sense. Like everyone else, like, no, you're evil. You're willing to kill. Like, of course I'm willing to kill that guy. I'll die. I don't want to die. You want to die? Go ahead.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Season 2.
I liked him a lot better in The Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh yeah. I
He was
forgot
good. He was good in that too.
He was much better in that movie.
I don't know. I liked Shane.
That movie was so long.
I didn't watch enough of the show to make it really.
I liked it
accurate
once.
judgment.
Well, I'm not going to say anything. Just in case.
Just in case.
But whatever. Elle, anything else?
No, that's the bulk of it, I would say. Besides, like, a bunch of really, really bad, like, Oculus Rift games that we found on Steam. Just, you know, those ones where you're like, oh yeah, this is scary.
Did you play
Nice.
like Ghost Ship Aftermath?
No.
I heard that's really bad.
No, we played this one where you have to... It had, like, the coolest setup, and then they did nothing with it, and it was so disappointing.
What was it?
Okay, it was like, it was kind of like the movie The Cell, if you ever saw that.
Yeah.
It was like the
I
idea
referenced
that,
that in my review to whatchamacallit.
Oh,
that game?
yeah, it's like the idea that,
The
like,
freak,
there's
The Evil
a-
Within. Thank you. I forget that. Thank you. I said thank you to myself. Good job, Randy.
It's like the criminal psychologist going into the minds of criminals to, like, find out their secrets and then, like, arrest them, basically.
So it is like the movie The Cell, and that has a cool premise and ruins it.
Yeah, exactly. And then they do nothing with it. It literally has
Yeah.
after he gets into, like, the mind of the series, of, like, the murder, it literally just, like, could be any other game where you avoid a monster. And it's like, oh, great. Like,
Yeah, it sounds like The Cell.
yeah, and it was very depressing. I was like, really? You could have done so much cool stuff with this.
Then
But
The
you
Evil
did-
Within took the Cell
You just put a
concept.
silly guy, like, with no arms or legs, taped to a little wheelie bike, walking around.
A wheelchair?
Making really silly, crashing into everything and, like, glitching through walls, going...
A wheelchair?
Like, oh, this is bad.
Is that what you're telling me?
Huh?
Is it a wheelchair? It has to be.
No, it's like an upright
Squeaky
hospital
wheelchair
bed with
is the
two
scariest
wheels
thing in the
on
world if games have anything to say about it.
And a gurney. Don't forget that.
A gurney on its side with its wheel flopping around.
That could have been what it was, actually. It could have been like a vertical gurney.
There you go.
But it was really stupid. It was really stupid and bad.
Horror genre checklist.
Yeah.
Chainsaws? Do we have chainsaws? That sounds like The Evil Within. Now I'm getting upset because I'm thinking about The Evil Within.
I watched a whole playthrough of The Evil Within just because I watched your review of it, and I was like, he was right.
I am right.
I don't know.
I'm sorry. It's bad. It's a bad game. It's just not a good game. Yeah. It's not even fun. Like, that'd be the one thing. It'd If it was like Resident Evil 4 or 5, because those games aren't scary or make any sense, I don't care, because they're fun. They're fun to shoot stuff.
Yeah.
This game's not fun.
Resident Evil 4 was like almost scary for like half a second when it started,
Resident Evil 4
and
was
then you were
tense.
like, wait. He said, "Where's everybody going? Bingo." Now I know I don't have to be scared of this at all. Like,
Resident Evil 4 is tense, I'll say.
yeah, it is. It is very tense. That's true.
Yeah, it's good. It's one of the greatest games ever made.
I love that game. It's so cheap now. I'm so happy.
I might get it on Steam and play through it again.
Yeah. Let's all do it. Let's all.
Yep, it's kind of $20 on Steam right now, so I'm not going to do that. But when it's on sale, I'll probably jump into it.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I think it's
Nathan.
10 on PlayStation Store. It is.
Screw the PlayStation Store.
I like.
Steam is where it's at.
I like consoles. Okay. God.
PC's better than all consoles currently made.
Yeah, but my computer is slow.
Well, then for you it'd be beneficial to get the. Nathan.
Hey, what's up? Speaking
What
of
are you playing or doing? Playing preferably.
Yeah, playing. Okay. Speaking of horror games, I finished up Alien. Yeah, I finished
No
up Alien.
way.
Yeah,
You finished it.
yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Moving on.
And-
No, I'm kidding. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I think the reviews were saying it's
too long.
Yeah, it's too long. I agree. It's like, but it's not as long as I thought it would be. Like, it is long. It's a long game, but
There's
I was thinking like this would be 20 hours long, and like it would be really boring
wasn't?
and drawn out. I think I finished it in like 18, 17. But
well, that's pushing it though.
yeah, sure. But like, I can't really talk about the end bits because that's where I was mainly focused on.
I mean, you can talk to me about it because I
can
don't
talk.
give a crap.
I can talk to you about it.
Off
But,
mic, we'll talk about it. That doesn't make any sense. Off recording, we'll talk about it.
Oh, my mind is scrambled right now. Okay, so yeah, I don't really want to spoil it, but I won't say how or why it happens. But like the alien isn't really as present in the later section.
There is a spoiler-ish type of thing that I know that sounds like the worst thing in the world.
Right. Do you want to?
I do not. Well, it's not the. I say spoiler-ish because it's barely a spoiler.
Okay.
Just put a disclaimer
But
before the episode.
In the next 20 seconds, I'm going to discuss this particular thing that might spoil Alien Isolation for you, but probably not. Starting now. Face huggers.
Uh-huh. Yep.
They sound like the worst thing in the world.
No, they're annoying.
They're instant deaths.
Yeah.
They're just like flying instant deaths.
Yeah, and they're not scared, they're just annoying. That's
20 seconds has been up, so.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I can't believe Ripley comes back and just kicks down doors and just saves the world. Wow. You're right, that was a proper spoiler.
I was gonna joke about something, but I couldn't think of anything. I'm like, yeah, I guess you kind of nailed it.
Okay,
There's nothing left. Once Ripley comes back, what's left in the Alien universe that anyone cares about? Oh, the alien? Of course there's an alien!
Oh, God.
If there's alien and there's Ripley, you kind of got everything. The droids that bleed white goo.
Yeah, that actually is in the game too. You come across an android, it's like cut in half and all the white goo all over the floor. And you're like, oh, so it's like the film. Anyways.
Of course it is. Everything like that game is, except for the part where it's 20 times as long.
Yeah. And I think the reason why it's long is because, again, I'm not going to spoil it, but you have to move slow in certain sections because you can't sprint.
What?
So I think that, but like you're doing really mundane tasks like push a button, go down these stairs, push another button.
Are you telling me
this.
that it couldn't have been? I still think it should have been anywhere between 4 and 6. But do you telling me it couldn't have been 8 to 10 and been?
Yeah, like there's a very noticeable bit where
Maybe even 12.
Yeah, I agree. Like there's a lot of padding in it, which isn't a bad thing, but you know, like okay, so the two enemies of the game mainly are the alien and the androids, and at one point the androids become the focus, which is
they're pretty creepy.
Yeah, they're very creepy because they're just like.
And when they see you, it's not like Metal Gear Solid, like it's please come with me, sir.
Yeah,
and that's
spooky.
Freaking unsettling as heck. I don't know why.
Yeah, they're both scary, like the alien and the android. Well, not scary, but they're like they certainly make you jump for two different reasons. I think the alien is like once the alien makes that noise, like the hiss, you're like, oh damn, I'm screwed.
Well, plus you hear the alien running around, you see it on the radar, like it's
But with the android, it's like it's just a slow turn and walk towards you. And I mean, you can fight the android, and like this is when I
can try to fight the android.
Like I swung the wrench, and the android caught my arm, and then just threw me against the wall, and I was like, "Whoa, shit!" I was not expecting that at all. Yeah, I actually really like this game. Like I knew. I said before, like, I didn't think it would be good because I can't remember why. Just the reviews, yeah, because a lot of what they were saying at the start wasn't exactly true. They said stuff like, you won't have to use a weapon, or, you know, stuff like that. Not technically true. You do have to use
true
weapons.
most of the time.
Yeah, like, you can't use a weapon against Alien for sure because you just end up being dead. But you can use it
the
against...
Alien is the big bad.
Yeah,
it's not...
Exactly. There's like...
If he sees you, you're dead. So don't get seen by it.
But, like, everything about the game, like, I definitely would compare Sevastopol, like, with the whole, that's the location in the game, the space station, with the messages and, like, the little recordings and stuff. Like, it felt really well done. Like, the writing
I'm so sick of recordings, though.
I was too, but it felt like, I don't know, it just added a layer to it, like, the really
also
crackly
graffiti.
audio. Yeah, the graffiti. Yeah, there's a lot of that too.
Just no. Bad. Bad developers.
Like, the game does a lot of really good things. Like, that's what I like about a game when it's solid, but then it has a lot of cool little tiny bits added to it that make you go, wow, that's really cool. Like, the first one is when you pull up the monitor, you can look at the monitor and see, like, the boop, 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 and then you can press a button to focus away from the monitor to focus in front of you. So, like, the change perspective. Because, like, when you're looking at the monitor, everything beside the monitor is blurred, but you press a button, then the monitor becomes blurred and you can see past it. And, like, that's a really cool feature. You know?
There's something to be said for games that, in fact, I would rather this. I'd rather games try something interesting and fail than just go play the safe route and be super bland, like Dragon Age Inquisition.
Yeah. But, yeah, the game has loads of cool features. Like, I think this is probably my favorite game. Like, it has the best audio design like I've ever played in a game. It's fantastic because usually when I'm playing games I don't really notice the audio, but you can't help but notice the audio.
Does the game have the best audio design, or does the film have the best audio design?
It's a bit of both. It's a bit of both
because it's kind of the same.
All right, so the sound, like the music, is great because
so that you can't give all of the credit to the game.
No, I have to. Yeah, I'm sure, but like there's certain moments like. When you crawl in the vent, the noise of the vent is like, you know it's you making the noise, but it sounds a little bit like the alien because you just hear like thumps and like scrapes. Yeah, and you're like, oh, Jesus, what was that? There's just so many cool little details. Like, if you turn in the vent, your shoes squeak, which the first time I heard it, like, Jesus Christ, what was that? And I realized, oh, it's
a mouse.
But, like, there's this one scene where I went back to an area and there was no music. It was completely quiet. And all I could hear was the alien moving about in the vent, which is my favorite part because it just puts me on edge going, oh crap. So, like once you hear the alien in the vent, you know shit's going to go down. And then eventually I hear dum 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 and then flump and then a hiss. And I was like, oh, I heard that. So I know what to do now. Like I didn't even have the monitor out. And that was a sign of like good audio where the audio tells you know exactly what happened because it was really well done. And then the music is on top of that. Like there's one scene where I was hiding in the locker.
The film's music.
Yeah, the film's music. It was like it was just crescendo, like so. Oh, it was like I was on tenterhooks. I was like, oh crap, the alien was right outside the locker and looks in, and apparently you hold your breath. And so you don't make a noise, so the alien hears you, and then your screen starts shaking and going red because you're losing health because you're going to pass out. And the music was just like just so loud, and you're like, oh god, oh god, oh god. And then eventually the alien just turned, and then it was silence, and I was like, oh, wow, that was so. It was. I don't want to say cinematic, but it really was like it felt exactly like the movie.
If it were a horror movie, you would have got out of that locker, and the alien would have killed you from behind.
Exactly, yeah. But I also played the pre-order mission, which is you get to play as the
bless you,
the alien dudes, which was fine. Like it definitely wasn't worth pre-ordering a game. It's like an hour mission. We get to play as Ellen Ripley. You get to play as Sigourney Weaver, which is fine, I guess.
Sounds all right.
But
I'd like to play as Sigourney Weaver.
I mean, I really like Alien Isolation, but it's weird because I kind of like it, but there's certain parts of it I hate. And one of these parts is the challenge maps, right? So when you're playing the game, you only get one challenge map.
I have no desire to do that at all.
The challenge?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I finished the game, so I kind of wanted a bit more to it, because I was like, I want to keep playing, but I don't want to have to play the story again, because the story was okay, it wasn't great. But it's just, there's only one map. And, like, if you compare that to, I was thinking of what other game has challenge maps, and then I remembered, like, Arkham Asylum, and Arkham City, and Arkham Origins. Oh, the Batman Arkham series has, challenge maps, right? So you usually get, like, 12 or so, maybe 15. But this game, Alien Isolation, you only get one challenge map, and the rest are, like, DLC. Which is, give me a bit more to chew on here, as opposed to just one. It is very much a tease. Yeah. Like,
well, they want to, get money out of you.
Well, and I feel like, is that, Creative Assembly's decision, or is that Sega?
Of course, it's Sega's decision.
Yeah, but
does any developer want to be like, we want to hide content from people? No,
I know, but that's what I'm saying.
They work on the stuff; they want people to see it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing: it's like the game is like, it's like a lovely soup. Like a Creative Assembly soup. It's like, this tastes great, but then if you hate onions, you're like, oh, I smell Sega onions in this. It's not as nice. That's the best way to describe it.
That's bad.
The game is great, but you're just,
I understand what you're saying.
There's such little noticeable Sega moments where you're like, I see Sega had their hand here.
Well, it's not like Sega has a trademark stank. It's that,
I mean, in terms of, we need more money.
Basically what you're saying is publisher onions.
We need more money, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Publisher onions.
Publisher onions Trademark. Is a good name for, it's our band. We're going to be the publisher onions.
So yeah, I finished Alien Isolation. Very good game.
Elle, do you have any opinion on Alien Isolation?
I'd like to say I do, but I have not played it or.
Would you?
It's great.
Do you have interest?
Movies, so.
Absolutely.
You what?
You haven't seen them? Ooh.
Oh, okay. I'm not going to talk to you.
Okay.
Anyway,
you should get Alien Isolation and do the hack or whatever it is to enable Oculus Rift support, because apparently the game with Oculus Rift is like the scariest game ever, because it's just so like you're just looking down the hallway and then you turn to the right and the alien's just up in your face and you're like, oh shit. Yeah.
I'd be interested to see your opinion on someone who hasn't seen the movies. So, but
yeah,
the cops are coming.
Yeah, they know
you haven't seen the movies. You haven't seen it.
They know.
Busting down the door, wheeling in a VCR.
A VCR, like those old school VCRs that's got the metal stands that have the TV and VCR combo on it that they wheel in. Like, school. Let's do this.
It's
we're gonna watch the first two, skip three.
Teacher's too hungover, wheeling the cart.
Yeah.
So
let's put on a nature documentary. I don't give a crap.
We always watch like the best films in school. Like I
watched The Grinch and Osmosis Jones.
Osmosis Jones. What a show!
Remember that?
Yes. The show or the movie?
Wait, the boat. Sorry, the show.
I've never seen the show.
The show was okay.
The show was on Kids WB.
The movie was bad.
They were both bad.
Kids WB has the greatest cartoon ever made and crap.
Wait, which one? Because I watched like 3
Batman.
shows. Oh,
it had Batman the Animated Series on it.
Oh yes. Absolutely.
And then garbage. Like Kids WB is, yeah, that is weird.
No, they had a few things that I grew to like from being forced to wait for Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! So I started like having Stockholm Syndrome liking.
Well, I guess Animaniacs and Tiny Toons, I guess, were on it too, right?
What? No.
And Kids WB?
Wait, am I thinking of something else? No.
You might be thinking of something else.
Wait, what am I thinking of?
I don't know.
Holy shit. No, I have to know. Hang on.
Disney?
No, I didn't have cable. What was Yu-Gi-Oh?
Fox Kids?
No. Wait.
I think Yu-Gi-Oh! Was on Fox.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Beyblades?
What was Pokemon on? Was that WB?
I just remember the song Kids. WB yourself. Get it in. Shake it up.
Alright, moving on. Nathan.
Hey, what's up?
What else have you been playing, if anything?
I actually only played one other game because I was so glued to Alien. And that was the game we talked about last week briefly. It was Apotheon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I had to go with that.
How is it?
It was Kids WB. Sorry. Go ahead.
I know.
Wait, what was Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yes.
But I don't like Yu-Gi-Oh, so.
It's time.
Everyone's just trying to like get in on that Pokemon action. Like, how can we sell cards to idiot kids? Digimon. Won't that kind of like... Isn't that a little bit on the nose? No!
Wait,
this time we're actually going to...
was first.
No.
That's what I always said.
Are you kidding me?
People that didn't like Digimon when I was in kindergarten.
Were you beat up? Digimon is fine, I guess, because it's basically Pokemon, but the part where it is basically Pokemon, it is such a ripoff. Like, they're not even trying. They're not even trying.
Digimon was more, like, insane monsters than
I couldn't watch it because of how much they were just trying to steal that. Like, I was, even as a child, I was like, this disgusts me.
You were a cynical child.
I spit on you, Digimon.
No, like, it always drove me nuts when stuff would rip each other off like that.
You don't,
it happened all the time.
Understand the ingenuity and subtlety of the digital monsters, okay?
It's like when Sonic the Hedgehog came out and then Bubsy came out.
Oh, God.
Bubsy? Like,
Bubsy 3D.
Bubsy I'm just talking about Bubsy in general, because I hate all Bubsy. All Bubsy is bad to me.
Oh, God. There's only 2 cartoons I needed as a child, and they were 90s Spider-Man. Actually, no, 3. Batman. And the X-Men cartoon. Yeah, there you go. Just that shredding guitar.
Yeah, I could listen to that intro to the X-Men cartoon.
It's pretty great.
All freaking day. The intro to the Batman cartoon is good, too. The Spider-Man one sucks.
Yeah, it's like, because it's so old.
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
It's weird.
That's the whole song, Spider-Man.
You Spider-Man.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Sounds kind of like a cat now.
That show has not aged well at all because of the 3D in it.
I didn't really like it that much back in the day either.
I liked it.
Freaking Peter Parker was a freaking handsome, jacked man. Gorgeous.
He was a beefcake.
Yeah, what was that? He's supposed to be this nerdy guy, and he's like this freaking monstrous human meat man.
It's like
it's just beautiful. My God, I got aroused as a child. I'm pretty sure it's how I got my first erection watching that show. I'm like, I don't know. Something's not right here.
Peter Parker is just the quarterback of the school, and it's just like, and he's also
like he's
Spider-Man?
beating up the bullies.
I don't get it at all. But he was
kind of ruined Spider-Man's point.
Oh my
it's
God.
Like when he fights the Green Goblin, no one's like, oh, he doesn't have a chance because he's a nerd. He's like, no, he could freaking look at him. He could take off his mask and turn the Green Goblin to stone.
Like, he didn't need a costume. He could just roundhouse kick the Green Goblin into the sky. That's all he needed.
He walks into a room and water starts boiling.
But the way they made him into a nerd was
beautiful.
They gave him
They gave him glasses.
Yeah.
They gave him glasses. Like, but then he was just a beautiful nerd. It's freaking gorgeous.
Oh, God. Did you ever see that, like, really creepy, Borderlands cell-shaded style Spider-Man? It was on MTV.
Neil Patrick Harris was the voice of Spider-Man.
That was weird.
No, yes.
Was he?
Yes, I think he was.
Oh, God.
I remember people saying, like, Doogie Howser is Spider-Man. That was before Neil Patrick Harris was Neil Patrick Harris, and he was just Doogie Howser.
Yeah.
Because he did nothing until, like, Harold and Kumar, and then everyone's like, hey, maybe he doesn't suck. I didn't like Harold and Kumar.
It was, I mean,
but there you go.
It wasn't for you.
No, but, I mean...
Here you go.
But I like Cheech and Chong.
Oh, okay. That's really weird.
It has nothing to do with the subject matter.
Oh, okay.
It's just, I think it's lazy.
I think it is lazy stoner comedy. The battleship scene? That was great. That was Oscar worthy. Do you remember that scene? With the two...
No.
The 2 chicks on either side, and they were, like, in the middle cubicle. They're, like, just horrendous farts and shit noises. Like, oh, God. Yeah. That was...
Maybe I'll watch it again.
Yeah.
I have no desire to watch it again. I'm not gonna lie to everybody.
Isn't it? Yeah. Academy Award nominee for Best Drama.
That's not saying anything, though.
Yeah, I suppose.
Because I'm learning that... I mean, I still find the Oscars fascinating. I don't know why. But there are movies that should be nominated that aren't. There are movies that are nominated that shouldn't be.
Like the Lego movie. Come on. That was a great movie.
That's ridiculous. How many animated movies are even out in a year that they can nominate? They're just nominate. Like, let's just find one that's not Lego movie. That's weird. I've never seen a Lego movie, but the overwhelming praise it got just kind of seems like it should have been nominated. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it was a really good movie. Oh, I remember reading somewhere that said, like, oh, it's because the Academy hates Will Ferrell. Will Ferrell's in the Lego movie, so...
Why does the Academy hate Will Ferrell?
I have no idea, I'm sure.
Academy loves Bradley Cooper, though.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
That guy's nominated every year.
I mean, the Academy hates animated movies in general, it seems like.
Well, yeah, but they have a category to kind of put their hatred... That's not true. They nominated Toy Story for Best Picture.
Yeah, but, like, I remember last year, they had that article that was, like, saying what everybody wrote down for their, like, choices for animated. And, like, over half the people that wrote down their answer were like, I put Frozen because it's Disney. I really don't care about this section. Like...
Was Toy Story 3 nominated for Best Picture? I feel like it was.
I don't know. Oh, also, Big Hero 6 got nominated. That's also a Disney movie.
Maybe it was Up.
Which is weird.
I didn't
like
that movie, really.
I never seen it.
Up?
No. Big Hero 6.
Oh. Wait, Elle didn't like Up or Big Hero 6?
Oh, I didn't like Big Hero 6 that much.
I was going to say, if you didn't like Up, we're going to have words.
Didn't like Big Hero 6?
No, I liked Up. Big Hero 6 I thought was, like, it was okay, but, I mean, I don't know. I was kind of unimpressed with it.
School is making me appreciate movies more than I had. Just the storytelling in Up is really good. From the opening scene, which people think like, oh, it's sad. It sets up the whole freaking movie, and no one even knows it because it's super well done.
That's a great scene.
It's
that could have been its own movie in a way.
Yeah, kind of was. So like that, you could have cut that part out and submitted it for best short film, and it probably at least would have been nominated.
Yeah.
Nathan, just give me a quick thing about Apotheon.
Yeah, it's fine. Like Metroid.
Well, that's depresses me because it looked more than fine.
It's okay. I mean,
more than fine.
It's
well, it's all the way free for PS4. So
yeah, I haven't got to the meat. Yeah, I haven't got to the meat of it yet, but it's interesting. Like it's, I'm
going to recant on that. It's not free. You need PlayStation Plus, but
you basically need
it's free.
It's practically free.
It's basically
it's free.
If you're playing online on PS4, it's free.
Exactly. Yeah, it's fine. I need to play a bit more of it. I also need to play Rogue Legacy and Transistor.
Oh, Rogue Legacy.
I might play that next.
I lost several days because of that stupid game. Like, I died, but that's all right. I'll just do one more quick run, and then, oh god, this is a good one. I'm getting real far. I died. Oh god, I can't end on that. Like, I was so close. It just kept going, and then I beat it.
I'm excited.
And then I was depressed that I beat it because I wanted to keep playing.
Yeah, I do hate that end of game, like, hole in your heart. You're like, oh, I finished this game.
Yeah, that and South Park are the only ones that I can think of recently that I've felt that I just wanted to keep going. Everything else is like, it's this weird thing now where everything just kind of drags on too long for me.
Yeah.
I'm always like, I just kind of want this to end now. I like it and everything, but there's something about it. South Park wasn't even that short. For an RPG, it's kind of short, but as a game, it was like 12, 14 hours, something like that, and I just wanted it to keep going.
It was just...
Rogue Legacy, it took me like 30 hours, and I still wanted to keep it.
There's no DLC for it, which is weird. Because that game seems like perfect for DLC. Like, you could just do an episode.
The one game that I want DLC for doesn't freaking have DLC. But then again, the progression, the level progression, I don't think would work very well.
Maybe not.
So you had to bring your character in, maybe?
I don't know. Maybe if they did something like, oh, you just play as Cartman or whatever. But then again, it wouldn't be...
But then I wouldn't want that.
I don't know. I don't know how they would do DLC.
Interacting with Cartman is what I want to do.
Yeah, so fun. I love the interactions with the parents. When you're like, it's like you don't say anything. Your parents, your dad always just gets so annoyed at it. Like, oh, fine, whatever. Jerk, and just like slams the door.
All right, so Apotheon?
It's fine. I need to play a bit more.
That's it, though? Are you done?
Oh, yeah, that's about what I played, yeah.
We got some time, so I can either talk about the one game that I tried, or I can talk about the rest of the Oscar nominees that I watched.
It's your call.
Which would you prefer?
Actually, yeah.
I will mention the game.
What movies?
Okay. The Grand Budapest Hotel.
What was that?
What a movie.
How was it?
Yeah.
It was funny.
I want to see that.
It's really weird. So Ralph Fiennes or Fiennes or however you say his name, is the main character, and you so associate him with Voldemort. He's very much not Voldemort.
Yeah, he's very
not even close.
foppish.
He is hilarious. He's very, very funny.
Dainty.
I'm not sure Best Picture is the category it should be in, but it was funny. It was entertaining. Jeff Goldblum's in it, so obviously it's the greatest movie.
Oh god, yeah, that scene. I just remembered what happens to him. With his fucking, I won't spoil it, but just like this game, this film has a lot of like a blindsided moment. You're like, whoa, did that just happen? And yeah.
Yeah, I knew I was gonna like the movie when, like, the very first time you see Ralph Fiennes' character talking to the old lady, and he's just having a conversation. He's like, "Oh my god, what's wrong with your fingernails?" He's like, "What? Don't you like the color?" He's like, "It's not that I don't like it. I'm just absolutely repulsed by it." I'm like, okay, I'm kind of in. Just the way he reacted to the fingernail polish was so funny.
So good. That movie is just like, it's probably one of my favorite movies because it's such a treat to watch. It's so pretty. Like the scenes.
It's pretty and it's fast.
Yeah.
And it's short and it's snappy and it's fun. Like, it's refreshing in it. It's not depressing at all, really. It's a little slightly, I guess, but not really. It's just fun. So someone said to me, like, it's like, oh, do you know the sweets in the movie? Like the little cake? Like, that's exactly what the movie is. Like, just it's like a cake. Yeah. It's like, it's so sweet and like short, but so satisfying. But is it the best movie? Well, I think, is it among the best? Probably. I don't know. I think it does a lot of. I haven't seen enough. I guess let's say. Yeah, I haven't seen it. I think Whiplash is better. Oh yeah, I think Birdman is better. Yeah, I definitely agree. I won't say. Boyhood is another one I watched. I don't think that movie's very good. Everybody's losing their freaking minds over this movie. It's a very unique concept, I guess. That's the thing, is that it's concept. Yeah, that's all it is, and some decent performances. Other than that, it's just super. It is the Dragon Age Inquisition of. It's just this kid growing up. But that's there's no character, there's no story, there's nothing. Yeah. It's just the kids growing up. I guess that is the story. The story is him growing up. Like after, it's the story of life. There you go. Like, it's really early on in the movie, so it's not that big of a spoiler. Like, he gets into an abusive household. Right. Once he's out of there, like, there's basically no progression at all, because he just moves from place to place, meeting new characters. Characters, I hesitate to say, because they're barely people. Right. And they're there so short that it doesn't even matter. And I don't know. I was disappointed. I've just the praise that it got. It's an interesting. Well, like you said, it's concept. They couldn't have the development that most movies have because it was filmed over 12 years. It's hard to do. Right. Ethan Hawke did a really good job, though. I will say. He's got some weird teeth. Anything else? I think so. Maybe not. What are the other nominees? Snowpiercer, right? Snowpiercer? Really? Is it? For Best Picture? Oh, no. I mean, it's a consideration. I don't know what it's considered for. For what? I don't know. I've heard it. I watched it, and then somebody that... Did that even come out this year? I thought it was last year. Well, it came out in Korea before, but it came out... Best... No, it's not... It's an English language film, right? Imitation Game, that's another nominee. Didn't see that yet. Selma. Didn't see that yet. American Sniper. Didn't see that yet. Alright, you got some work to do. Alright, well, are those the only 3 left that I haven't seen? I think so, yeah. There's 8 nominees, I think. So, yeah, you've only 3 left to see. Did I talk about them all? I think so, yeah. Whiplash. I talked about Whiplash. Birdman, Grand Budapest, Boyhood. Oh, The Theory of Everything. Have you seen that? No, didn't see that either. So there's 4 more. Alright, there you go. Okay. The game that I play. How is the game American Sniper? It's the part where it goes slow motion and goes through the skull and the bones are breaking off. That's fun and everything, but the AI is horrible and the mission design is real bad. Plus the voice acting sucks. See my review of Sniper. I'm not going to plug that site. I don't want anyone going there. Even if it is my stuff, I don't want people seeing it if that's what it means. That's so bad. I'll copy and paste it for you if you want. Just send me an email. Sniper Elite 3, my review, is what I was getting at. Nosgoth. Does anyone know what that is?
What? No. I thought you just sneezed there for a second.
Let's go! Sorry, that sounded more like anger. Let's go! I can't do it.
I'm looking at it here.
Do you guys know what Soul Reaver is?
Yeah, kind of. Think.
Like vague.
This conversation is dead in the water if you guys don't even know what Soul Reaver is. Legacy of Kain.
Oh, right.
Anything.
I see the picture, yeah. I kind of remember. Anyways, go on.
Screw you guys. Soul Reaver's really good.
I'll take your word. Anyways. Nosgoth.
Defiance is pretty good, too.
What's that?
Nosgoth is set in that universe. It is a multiplayer 4-on-4 competitive game. One side plays vampires, the other side plays humans. That is...
Thrilling.
I wasn't even close to being out of breath there. That's weird. Must be all the running that I've been doing.
So, what do you do?
Does that increase your breath? It doesn't. I don't know what does. What increases your lung capacity?
Instruments. Playing...
Really?
Yeah. Like trombone and shit. You're meant to... and singing. There you go.
I've been playing guitar. Does that help?
No. Unless you blow in the guitar, then no.
I do.
When no one's around.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't play when anyone's around anyway because I suck.
No.
But
just keep practicing. We got it.
well, I mean,
If Whiplash taught you anything.
at some point, I need lessons because I'm not motivated enough to push myself to stuff that I don't want to play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if so when I play, I'm like, I can pretty much play the song perfectly. This is the song I'm going to play.
Right.
That's not the way to learn how to play guitar.
No, yeah. You have to learn like
But at the same time, I'm not playing to learn. I'm playing to relax and have fun.
Right.
So
Well, maybe you should just learn your favorite songs, because if you want to learn to actually play it, then you'd have to
that's what
learn
I've been
to
doing.
read music and stuff. So
that's what. Well, no, I'm reading tab.
Oh, okay.
But that's not reading music.
Not really.
Tab is so easy. I don't know how anyone doesn't know how to read tab. But it's just I need lessons because at some point I know I'm developing sloppy habits because I haven't been taught the way to freaking stand or the way to hold a guitar.
That's my situation, because like I got a guitar like I think 2-3 Christmases ago, and it was really hard to like do chords and stuff like that, and like
Guitar's hard.
It's very hard.
Let's just say that it's a hard thing.
It's a lot of muscle memory and like reaction times and stuff like that.
I think I suck.
Yeah,
I think I suck real bad. But then I saw my friend was over the holidays, and he's like, "Oh, can I play Rocksmith?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And we loaded up, and he put on like a super easy low level song.
Uh-huh.
And he's like watching his one finger travel across the guitar and looking up at the screen at the same time. After the song was done, he's like, "My finger hurts really bad." I'm like, "Wow, I've come a long way."
Yeah.
Because I can play a lot of songs not even looking at the guitar. I can sing along to it. Like it's not even a lot of it's just second nature to me now.
Yeah, that was.
So I once I realized just how far I've come, I'm like, okay, maybe I don't suck as bad as I think. Guitar's just hard. It's just really, really hard. So getting from mediocre, which is where I'm at, to good is is challenging.
You would need a teacher because sometimes you don't know if you're doing it right or not. I mean,
there are people that are self-taught out there, but I'm not going to be one of them. I'm sort of self-taught. I've gotten this far as self-taught, but it's kind of where it's going to end. Like I just don't want to. I don't want to self-teach myself. Yeah. I want a teacher to go like, "This is exactly what you need to do to get better at this."
Yeah, but they need to be you for a long time to realize what is wrong with how you're playing the game. Or playing playing guitar.
Yeah, playing guitar.
Playing the game of guitar.
Yeah, but like a guitar teacher can be like, practice this and you will get better at doing this. You know what I mean? Like, if you want your solos to be better, do these scales. If you want your finger strength, they know what you need to practice, and I don't.
After watching Whiplash, I was like, oh, I would love to play the drums. But then I realized
I can play the drums too. The drums is a lot easier.
Yeah.
Not as good as that guy. Like, not even. Let me get any of those guys.
Yeah. But
I can play songs.
A for drums is like A, very loud, and B, you have to get the kit and everything. So you can.
They're also, and C, outrageously expensive.
Exactly. Yeah, that's just point.
Unreal.
Yeah,
like even used ones are like
even like a cymbal.
A used crappy one at a garage sale is like $150.
Yeah.
Like you're not going to find anything cheaper than that. It's insane.
Yeah.
And electric kits are like well over $1,000.
One of my old friends, like he asked his mom for like a set of drums for Christmas, and she was like, "I'll only get these for you if you promise to actually learn to play them and like be good at it." So what happened was
no parent should ever buy an instrument for their kid. If they want it bad enough, they should buy it themselves.
Exactly. Anyways, like, his mom would, like, every so often just listen, like, just stick her ear out, because, like, he would play out in, like, the shed, basically. Just in the back garden. And what he did was he hated drums. So what he did was he just put on, like, a CD of Neil Peart drumming. So just, like, she would listen out the window.
Okay, holy crap, he got really good.
Yeah, like, it's just like, wow, you're really good.
Maybe they should have dialed it back a little bit and picked someone that's wasn't nearly as one of the best drummers. Like, that's kind of...
What he should have done was he'd play it as loud, but then pause every so often. Because he's like, I'm just trying to get the rhythm right, you know?
Or, like, slow it down
somehow.
somehow.
Half speed.
Like, get a cassette tape and just spin it.
Pretty clever, though.
My dad, he's a drummer in a band, in several bands.
Right.
Like, he's been in several bands, and he got me a drum set when I was really young. And yeah, like, I got decent enough at it, but you know, it's just a big investment. Like, I think he probably got his money because I learned the basics, and that's kind of really all he spent the money on, because my drums was garbage. It was like one drum, a hi-hat, and a bass pedal. It was it. And yeah, it's fun though.
Yeah.
Once you get past the hump, once songs start coming out of you, that's when you're like, okay, there's something to this. But once you're just like, okay, just first start with the hi-hat, and then like add the bass, like, and then that stuff is super boring. No wonder no one ever does it basic. Because it sucks.
But the thing,
once you get over that,
like guitar versus drums, you can play you can play guitar without drums, but you kind of need a guitar to play drums. You know, like. You need, like, if you're playing guitar, you can play a song.
Well, I mean, I can play guitar and it sounds like a song.
Yeah, but then
I
you
can
play
drums and it just sounds like a bunch of
noise.
bashing. I mean, it's more than that. But
but like, you
I know
need
what
guitar,
you're saying, and I agree with
guitar
you.
to complement it, basically.
At the same time, you need drums to set the rhythm of the rest of the band.
That's true.
So it's not like drums aren't important. It's just that they don't make like an inherent, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a beautiful sound.
Exactly.
They
Yeah.
kind
It's
of
just like
it's a compliment. Yeah. It's a compliment instrument. As bad as it sounds like I'm diminishing it.
Yeah,
if
we're
there are
probably
drummers out there listening to this, they're just like, everyone's like, what are you talking about? I don't know. Neither of us are music people.
Absolutely not. This is just
this is based from my experience. Hitting a drum does not sound as good as playing a chord on a guitar. It just doesn't. I don't know what to tell you. I could go hit my desk right now and then I'd go pick up my guitar and play a chord. I bet you the chord would sound better.
Well, some people might appreciate guitar.
It's
an exaggeration, though.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say, like, some people might prefer the drums to guitar.
But I mean, you also can't, like, it's kind of like comparing apples to oranges. Like, one is.
No, I'm sure there are people that like
fruit.
You know,
that's what you need to walk away.
What I just said is not subjective. The thing of one hit on a drum versus one guitar swipe, I don't think is subjective.
Yeah,
it could be, I guess.
The term "sounds better" is inherently subjective.
You're right, but
not to him.
But it can't be.
This particular one.
I can't think of anyone that would be like, oh yeah, that one smash of the snare drum sound really good.
Well, a drummer would say that. If that's being honest.
Well, I mean, it's gonna sound different based on the drum
or music.
But is it gonna sound as good as a chord? Well, maybe that's
what I'm saying. Like, one is meant to actually produce like a note, so you're not even really comparing. It's not like one can be better because one cannot compete with the other. So it's like,
I know that's what I'm saying.
How would you?
I'm saying exactly what you just said. Is that one cannot compete?
Yeah.
Yes.
Never mind. Okay.
I'm not blaming. I like the drums. I drum along in my car. I play drums. Like, that's the thing. I play drums.
A bunch of my friends are drummers. I like drummers. Okay. Percussion. I know what my doctors.
Oh, my best friends are drummers.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, I'm not anti-drummer.
I've got nothing against drummers. I got nothing against drummers. It's just that they need to be, the drummers need to stick together with their own thing over there. Guitar players need to be with the guitar players. Like, I'm sorry, there shouldn't be a mix.
Anyways, Nazca, how's that?
No, albino musician. Wait, not albino. What is the other one? What is the mix? Mulatto. That's what I was looking for. Joke failed. Cause super white guy playing music. Man, I got a lot of good ideas for the podcast image this week.
Oh,
but I'm thinking of putting Peter Parker up there.
Use several.
I think I'm going to put Peter Parker up there.
Oh, jeez. He's so beefy. Let me get a picture.
He's so handsome. I can't wait. I'm excited just to look at him.
I remember vividly, he always wore like a polo shirt with stripes across it.
Oh, man. So this is not really wrestling. It's borderline wrestling. Mm-hmm. It's about a wrestler.
Right.
But, I watched The Wrestler, too. I don't know why. Because I was in a wrestling mood. I'm like, I've never seen The Wrestler, and I watched it, and it's okay.
Who's in that movie?
Mickey Rourke.
Oh, Mickey Rourke. I saw that movie with my parents. It was very uncomfortable.
Why?
I think it was like a stripper scene. I was like, gross.
There are several. He's dating not dating, but the love interest in that movie is a stripper.
Yeah. Plus Mickey Rourke is like gross.
And Mickey Rourke is a weird looking dude. There's just no way around.
He's like...
Apparently he used to be handsome, and then he got plastic surgery because he was beat up so much during boxing. That is apparently the story.
That's sad.
Yeah, I saw pictures of him before plastic surgery, and I'm like, oh my god, Peter Parker. No,
I'm looking at him now. He's got some fucking great cheekbones.
Yeah, he's a
steel jaw.
I mean, he always had, but
Jesus,
I guess
he has a little wisp of hair every time, just dangling from. Oh god, I'm falling in love.
Anyway, so like the Peter Parker talk reminded me, like there's this wrestler that I constantly joke about getting aroused every time I see him because he's so ripped.
Ooh. Right.
Me and Adam joke about it too. So like Adam's also partly gay.
Partly. Partly gay.
Everyone's a little bit gay.
Well, everyone's a little gay.
For
little
this
tiny
joke.
gay.
You're gay for Mo Man.
Yeah, there you go. Make me feel better. Anyway.
For this segment.
And over I think it was Monday, his Twitter got hacked, and he's like, take a look at our new recruit, and he posted a picture of a female that was completely naked. It was a female wrestler that was completely naked. This is a new lady. Her career is over.
No.
Because the very first thing that anyone's going to know about her is that she was naked.
But what? Everyone has been naked in their lives.
Not on camera, necessarily.
I mean,
I'd say a lot of females have, especially with the advent of the cell phone.
No, but I mean, like, I never understand when people are like, "Oh, your career is
no,
over."
it's like, I don't think the crowd. It's not that. It's WWE doesn't like that sort of stuff. WWE won't induct China to the Hall of Fame because she's in porn.
Oh, really?
Even though they'll induct Mike Tyson, who was convicted for rape.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's different than taking like a naked selfie or something.
Yeah, it is. I agree, but she's gonna have a rough time because she hasn't even debuted yet. It'd be one thing if she was an established star or something, but then after that, for some reason,
all those celebrities thing.
For some reason, I don't know why, but this wrestler's either ex-fiance or current fiance leaked a picture of this wrestler naked selfie, and he is just beautiful. He's ripped. He's a freaking Greek god. Do you want to see it?
I do.
I can only find the censored one.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, it'll do, I guess.
I have a question related to wrestling.
Yeah, what?
All right, it's Mr. Fluhardy, hand in the air. Okay, so is this guy an actual wrestler? What's his name?
Seth Rollins.
No. Oh, Seth.
Oh,
Seth
okay.
Rollins.
That's who it happened to this week.
Oh, okay. He's. I could see why you'd be interested.
He is ripped.
Ripped. Anyways, is this guy Jody High Roller? Is he a wrestler or
Jody? He might be an indie wrestler.
Right.
Wait, what's his name? I want to look him up.
Scott Rowlands or. Yeah, so this guy...
Wait, where'd the pictures go? I can't find it. They took the pictures down.
Hold on. Okay, so...
All right, I need
this guy, it's Riff Raff, right? You know him? That really weird rapper?
The rapper?
Yeah. Like, I don't know why, for some reason I thought he was in wrestling, because he just has the most ridiculous get-ups. Like, spooky. He has, like, horrible hair, dreadlocks, and, like, purple, and he has, like, a grill and shit. But for the longest time, I figured Riff Raff or Jody Hyper or whatever the fuck his name is was Bradley Cooper, because like they kind of look alike. They kind of look similar. Like I don't know. It's the eyes. I think they kind of look alike. Because I figured Riff Raff was like a wrestler type dude, but apparently he's not.
He's not.
I always thought he was for the longest time.
He's not.
Anyways. There you go. Riff Raff totally looks like Bradley Cooper.
I can't find the pictures though.
Damn it.
Disappointed once again.
What is his last name?
His name is Seth Rollins, Rollins.
Seth.
Which is-
Rollins. I'll just look up his abs.
This is some riveting podcast content right here.
Hey.
Looking up nude pictures of wrestlers.
Seth Rollins versus Henry Rollins.
Ooh, he looks scrappy.
Oh, no, he is like chiseled out of stone. Beautiful.
No, I mean, like, he looks like he would live in the woods and chase bears and stuff.
Because of his hair?
Yeah, because it's all wet all the time in all these pictures.
He does. Yeah, that's the one thing wrestlers seem to do lately is they wet their hair before they come into the ring. It's super weird. I don't know why.
Oh, yeah, he's pretty built.
So
Yeah, he does CrossFit.
oh,
Ooh.
for
He looks like a wildling. Like he would hang out with Egret.
for whatever reason, you saying Seth Rollins.
Kissed by fire.
For whatever reason, you saying Seth Rollins reminded me of Gigi Allen. Do you guys know who that is?
I don't know who that is,
Okay,
no.
so Gigi Allen is this crazy musician who did shit like he would be naked on stage, and he would he'd take his shit in the middle of the stage and like throw it at people, and like
All right.
he was just fucking crazy.
He's coming to the U.S.? Is he in the
No, I
US?
think he's dead. I think. Yeah,
Oh.
he's dead. But yeah, if you ever like, just look up his Wikipedia page. It is a fucking
That's weird.
treat. Like the amount of crap he did was insane. Like
This isn't quite as extreme, but it reminds me of Puppetry of the Penis. You seen that?
I think I have. What?
Where it's like they pull and mold and fold their crotch to make different, like, funny...
Oh, actually, I have heard
Images.
of this. Yeah, I don't know how, but I have.
Like, he puts his balls... He puts his penis in between his balls and twists it around so it looks like a hamburger or something like that. Like it's-
I've seen that before on like me and Adam had this period where we would watch this show called fucking Boozed Up Britain. It's basically
Yeah.
like just this camera would follow people getting pissed, and this one guy was like, "Oh, here, watch this." And he'd like turn around, he'd pull down his pants, and then he'd turn around, it's like, "Oh, look, it's a cheeseburger," with like his balls and his his penis, and then he'd turn around and he did it again, and he's like, "Look, it's a chicken breast." Like,
yeah.
Wait. So, it says on the Wikipedia page, Gigi
For-
Allen was born Jesus Christ Allen.
yeah,
There you
that's
go.
just an indication of how this is going to go.
Why would you change that?
He changed it to Kevin Michael.
His stage
quote,
name.
Gigi Allen. Born Jesus Christ Allen.
If his name is Jesus Christ Allen, why is that not a stage name? Like, people would think, like, oh, that's a stage name. No, it's my real name.
I don't know what half these words are.
Some of these shapes are
Coprophagia.
some of the shapes for Puppetry of the Penis are pretty hilarious. Like,
Oh, it's the consumption of feces. Learn something new every day.
All right, this is getting off the rails. Is there anything else we
Absolutely.
want to talk about? Any news?
I've got some news. All right.
Just give me a couple.
All right. Okay. So first
A
up
couple,
is
2-3 news.
I'll drop the interesting ones first. Okay. So apparently Netflix is developing live action Legend of Zelda series.
Yeah, that's news. That's news that I know.
Yeah. How about that? How about them apples?
Okay.
That's. I mean,
I'll watch
Netflix
it.
makes pretty okay programs. Like.
I will watch the first episode until I don't want to anymore.
Yeah.
It's a good plan.
I mean, I have Netflix. This doesn't adversely affect me at all. Like, it's not whatever. Either it sucks and we move on, or it's good and we're all happy.
Yeah. I mean, I still gotta watch that Better Call Saul. I'm interested. I gotta watch that. But
Yeah, I gotta watch that too.
yeah, I mean, like, I don't know.
I'm not sure how that's related to Netflix or Legend of Zelda.
I thought it was
get to.
Netflix exclusive for.
No, it's not on Netflix.
What?
As a matter of
No,
fact,
it's on our Netflix in the UK.
What?
Yeah, that's right. Suck it. Did I know that?
Better Call Saul?
Yeah,
is?
there's a.
That show just came out.
Yeah, it's like it goes to the UK Netflix like a day after it's out in the States.
Wow.
So yeah, convenience. All right.
That's messed up. That is messed up.
Moving on. Another reviewer outlet has dropped review scores. That's Eurogamer. They no longer do scores, which I think is a step in the right direction because.
Also, don't care. I don't know.
Randy, you usually adamant against.
I'm not necessarily
User
adamant
scores, right?
against scores so much as that the way they use the scores.
Right.
I think a 10 or more point scale is overkill.
Yeah.
Well, it makes the review process kind of arbitrary.
in my experience.
I
but I mean,
to do it like that, it's
Yeah.
but I mean, a 1 through 5 scale's okay. It'd probably be better for a 1 through 3. Well, maybe not. Like, I think 1 through 5 is probably the best spot you could do, because then it's like,
but
amazing, great, good, not good, bad.
I prefer word reviews. Like, get it. It's, or don't skip it. Rent
well,
it.
But that's basically a 5-word review, or a
5-star
review, I should say, just with words instead of stars.
To be fair,
you could put it. You could have 4 stars and then say like, get it. That's.
I think one of the best kind of way to review a game was they had stuff like, if you like blank, you'll like this, which I thought was interesting because they had like Fallout trees. Like, if you like Oblivion, you'll like this. So.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, it never works because it's automatically done. I think more people need to manually do that and put up like a players who like this will something like that. I came up with a review system a while ago. I talked to you guys about it. It was a long time ago that I liked, but just haven't had a chance to.
I mean, I don't mind reviews most of the time and review scores, but once it's like 1 to 100 reviews, like scale, it's crazy, ridiculous. Like, what makes a game at 89 versus an 88? Like, that's ridiculous. Anyways, moving on. So Bethesda are hosting their own conference at E3 this year, so,
So join the club. Everyone's doing that.
But this is the first time they...
Wait. Is EA going to have their conference this year? Because last year's was a freaking disaster.
They're going to hold up a sketchboard and say, this is it, and then walk off stage. This is what we're doing now.
Here's concept art.
They just hand out flyers.
For a game that we don't know what it actually is yet. And here's some footage of the developers being real excited about it.
The EA conference is a fucking Prezi
that was so
bad. We here at EA focus on, click, big profits, and, click, user fun.
Here's the new game from the developers of Burnout.
Oh, Jesus.
And they're just, look, we're really excited what we're going to do. We don't know exactly what we're going to do yet, but we think it's going to be awesome.
Oh, God.
And then that's it.
That's pretty
really? Here's a still video of a stormtrooper.
That video,
cool.
That video was kind of cool. I admit.
Was it?
It was cool. It would be a cool kind of. What am I thinking? Behind the scenes look. DVD 2. But yeah, it wasn't enough to be like, I really got to go get that game now, I guess. So yeah.
And here's Mirror's Edge 2, except for the part where it looks like Mirror's Edge 1 because there's no outside environments.
But yeah, okay. So the main importance behind the Bethesda thing is that people are pretty hyped about a new Fallout because, what else?
They have to.
It has to be. Come on.
They can't, no.
It has to be.
People will riot if they don't announce something, but especially... I guess the thing is, like, what does Bethesda themselves have that needs a conference for? You know what I mean?
I guess, yeah.
Their games are big, but...
Maybe new Dishonored.
How many do they...
That's what
they don't have as much, I guess is basically what I'm thinking. Unless they spend like 10 or
Doom?
plus minutes on each game. Yeah, but...
I mean...
They have Doom. They have some random assortment of stuff that's not probably worthy of a press conference. And then they have Bethesda's games. The big ones. So, but I don't know.
I imagine Doom would be at QuakeCon as opposed to E3, but...
Evil Within 2.
Anyways. Moving on. There's a new trailer for Persona 5. Which, yeah.
That looked good. That looks really good.
Ellie, excited? The game looks really good.
It looks really good.
Yeah.
I'm not even an anime fan, and I like the art style in it.
Like
I'm so pleased.
I think it's the same engine as
Catherine.
Yeah. Which it was pretty game.
Which is weird because they made Catherine like, this is what Persona's going to be on from now on, and then because we needed practice on the new systems.
Yeah.
Guess what systems that was for? And now it's like it took us too long. It's been a really long time since Persona 4.
Yeah.
But they have made 1 million Persona games since. Like Persona Arena and...
It's like a dance game as well. Or
Dance all
Chibi.
night.
Yeah.
Persona
and
Q.
and Chibi Persona... Persona Q.
Oh boy.
I feel like there has been at least 10 of those fighting games. And they're all just like... It's basically the Street Fighter versus Super Street Fighter sort of thing. They're basically the same thing. With like new characters or whatever. I'm excited.
Apparently,
I think it looks good.
They're all cat burglars in the game, which is pretty cool.
I was really excited when they showed that there's like traversal.
Yeah.
When he's like jumping over chandeliers and stuff, I'm like, yes, no more of this stupid generic freaking corridor crawling that they've had in the.
With that repeating running sound, top, 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 top. No matter
Well,
where
that's
you are.
not a Persona thing. That is a lazy video game thing. A lot of games have that. It drives me nuts.
No, I know.
What game
it's
recently?
awful.
Ah! What's going on?
Holy crap.
What is happening?
That time.
Oh god.
What
Is the
time?
ground going to open up?
It's construction time.
Holy shit.
Oh. Could you mute your mic while you're not talking?
Yes.
Please.
Boy.
Yes.
Alright. Nathan?
Hey, what's up?
Woo!
Holy crap, it sounded like a samba
was
going
rough.
on in that room. And the final bit of news was that the Resident Evil remaster was the fastest selling.
Sold
Capcom
1 billion copies ever.
Yeah. Okay, now this is the wake up call for Capcom. I think they need to
Do right by Resident Evil for once.
Yeah, they need to do.
If the reaction to Revelations 2 is negative, then they need to maybe like think about it more.
I mean, it's like, have you played the remake?
Yes, I beat it.
Oh, okay. I'd like the.
Were you not here when I talked about it? I might have just. No, I think it was just.
Oh, okay. I mean, like,
it's good.
Yeah, like they just need to. I mean, everyone loves those old games, but they just need to just.
I mean,
keep making
the old
them.
games, they don't hold up as well as everyone says they do. I think they're still good. I still think there are really good things about them. But like, I said this when I was talking to Ab about it. That genre needs a kick in the pants. Like it needs. And I mean survival horror, not this like stealthy. If you get seen by the bad guy thing, you die horror that seems to be taking over.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of sad when you think about it because like what Resident Evil has been like. It's been fucking going down since 5, right? And then the Capcom just keeps making like, sequels or spin-offs, whatever. But like,
there haven't been that many since 5.
Right. But what I'm saying is like,
there's been 6.
A remastered of a remake game is the best selling. Is like, what does that say?
Well, but I mean, a lot of people did do that to send a message too. They're like, we want
this.
But I guess the thing is that Resident Evil has always sold a crap ton of like even in the PlayStation 1 days when it was survival horror, it sold a lot. Like it was one of the best selling games on that system. So why would they think like, oh, this is what you people want? Like no, we've got Call of Duty for that. We don't need. And it's bad, especially when you suck at it. Like if you're gonna go one way with it, freaking do it right.
Yeah.
Resident Evil 5 is basically an action game, but they did it well. Resident Evil 6 is a freaking monstrous disaster. It is gross. It's not fun to control. It's a mess.
Yeah. I think the problem with 6 was they tried to appeal to everyone. Like they tried to keep what was okay in 5.
Well, they tried to turn it into like a big summer blockbuster.
Yeah, exactly. They tried to.
The Michael Bay, the crap out of
the Michael Bay of video games.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's about it.
Hopefully that means they're going to rethink. Maybe just reboot it
yeah,
again.
I think the next Resident Evil game will be very much scary.
Just get rid of the lore that you have established and start over. Maybe just a new set of characters. New areas, you know what I mean? Like new monsters, new virus.
Right.
Maybe don't even have a virus. I don't even know. But think about it, because we have done this current storyline to death. Not that the story is any good, but you know what I mean? Like just give us something
new. Come on.
Start over. Resident Evil 4 was a big deal because it kind of didn't really. The other Resident Evils didn't really matter, right? It just there weren't any zombies. There kind of was, but not really. Yeah. So I'm interested to see what.
See where this goes. See what it means for Capcom. I guess the only bit of news is probably nothing we'll be too excited about, but apparently the next.
This is the last one because I got to get going.
Sure. Titanfall 2 won't be Xbox exclusive. What?
Didn't everyone know that though?
Yeah, but EA are kind of like, oh yeah, no, you're kind of right, So there's that.
Tell me when Destiny's coming to Pete. No, I still don't know.
If you could mod it, maybe it'd be cool. You could probably make it better somehow. Because That's what I'm blown away by modders when they take something in the game and just make it, change it and make it a better game.
It's going to be all online. There's no way they're going to be able to
I suppose, yeah.
Without getting banned.
Shows what I know.
I mean, people were banning Dark Souls 2 for making it 60 frames a second.
But
or Dark Souls 1, I mean.
I've seen like the GIFs of the combat in 60 frames. Holy shit, it is so pretty.
Well, that's how I played it.
So jealous. Absolutely.
I mean, I played Dark Souls 1 on Xbox first, and then when it came out on PC a million years later, I played it again with my friend, and then I just waited when Dark Souls 2 was like, it's a month and a half, I can wait. Yeah. I didn't want to, but I can wait.
I think the new version, the Scholar First Sin...
the HD'er.
Yeah, HD'er. Yeah, exactly. Has 60 frames on the console versions, which is exciting, but it's...
Does it?
Yeah,
really?
Yeah, it does 1080p, 60 frames. That's what I've heard.
Is it weird that I'm surprised when they announced 60 frames on consoles?
No, I mean,
When's the last time 60 frames has been like a thing?
It was an option.
Remember when games were always 60 frames a second?
No, not really.
Or like a good portion of them, like early PS2 days?
I don't know. Like, I've never really noticed it, if I'm being honest. So, I don't know.
I noticed it because occasionally when I go back to PS2 and the game is running smoother as silk.
Right.
And I'm like, wow, games don't do this anymore. Metal Gear Solid 2, for example, is 60 frames a second. It's silky smooth.
Maybe I've played a few games that are 60 frames and I just didn't realize because usually when I'm playing, it's like...
Because it's glorious.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh, this is just the way the game is. It's fast or whatever.
You take it for granted.
Yeah, exactly. That's nail on the head right there.
You don't realize it's how good it is until you don't have it anymore.
Although 60 frames is not a great game make, unfortunately. It improves it for sure.
I'm okay with 30 frames a second if we're getting right down to it. As long as it just this frame rate dip thing, like stop. I would much rather it be smooth than look great.
Yeah.
At the same time, I have both of those because I have a PC.
I hate when people say lag when the frame rate drops. They're not the same thing. Like that.
Man, my little brother says that it drives me nuts. It's not lag.
God.
You're not lagging.
Oof. Drives me through.
Your computer sucks. I mean, people, if they say frame rate lag, I'll accept that.
Right.
Because then the frame rate's lagging behind, but lag means something by itself. So, is there anything else?
No, that is it. That was really quite enough. I think Evolve came out. It's been getting like 8s, but you might as well just wait for that game so you can get...
Did you hear me complain about Evolve? Go listen to the podcast with me and Adam because there's apparently stuff that you'd be interested that I had to say. Evolve is a bummer.
Right.
So, anyway, I guess Elle decided to mute her mic indefinitely because of the thing. We'll get her on here for a second so she can say goodbye.
Bye.
Okay. You heard it. Wait.
Not too bad.
Is it done?
Quiet.
No, they're far away for the moment.
All right, well, we'll end this before they come back. Thank you, Elle, for joining us.
Welcome.
Thank you, Nathan.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Randy. Wait a minute. I'm Randy. Oh, God. While I do this self-fulfilling prophecy...
You shake your own hand.
We will be back next week. Wait. Next week is... No, okay. Reminder, I will not be around the week... Yes.
I remembered.
Well, there will be one more podcast of me, and then there will not be. Unless we can find another day to record it. But
Randy's shipping it.
I'm not sure there will be a podcast at all. It depends to the rest of the people if they want to do it or not.
Depends if we're arsed.
Yep. So either way, don't freak out when there's no podcast that week. Or don't freak out when I'm not in the podcast that week. Just don't listen to it. It's okay. Just kidding. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye, Randy. Let me say.
Will that fan become my fan since he left?
No. I will edit in the fan because he's going to be so upset if I don't. He'll be like, yeah. I just after the fact I'll just add him in there. He'll send me an email like, make sure I attached an audio file. Just put this at the end. It'll be like I miss Randy or something like that.
That would be the header. I miss Randy.